Sahana Vavatu Sahanao Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We'll chant 5 shlokas of Bhaja Govindam.
Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudamate. Samprapte sannihite kale, nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karane. Moodajahi hidanagama trishnam kuru sadbuddhim manasi vitrishnam. Yallabhase nija karmopatam vittam tena vinodaya chittam. Naristana bharanabhidesham drishtva maga mohavesham. Etanmam savasadi vikaram manasi vichintaya varam varam. Nalini dalagata jalamati taralam tadvajjivitam atishaya chapalam. Vidhi vyadhyabhimanagrastam lokam shokahatam cha samastam. Yavadvittoparjana saktaha tavan nija parivaro raktaha. Paschat jivati jarjara dehe vatam kopi na pritchati gehe.
Bhaja Govindam. Yeah, thanks. Bhaja Govindam is a very, very small text given by Adi Shankaracharya while he was walking on the banks of the river Ganges in Varanasi along with his disciples. He saw a very, very old man, approximately around 80 years old or so, was trying to memorize the grammar rules. And seeing that, Adi Shankara said, what a waste of energy, And if you actually see, life is all about channelizing our energy. All of us are nothing but a bundle of energy, right? And these energies needs to be channelized. And we do not know that. So we need to be guided, and the Shastras, the literatures are nothing but that which guides us to channelize our energy towards the ultimate goal of life. Right? So that's why we say the scriptures are all nothing but techniques of life and living, knowledge of life and living. They help us to live our life, channelizing our energy, living happily and achieving the ultimate happiness purpose of life. So, Bhaja Govindam says, without having proper knowledge, without building your buddhi, intellect, you are wasting your energy in the unproductive channels of non-essentials. We are wasting our life in the non-essentials rather than focusing on the essentials. Right? For example, past is history. It's gone, dead and gone. One fellow goes and asks the Guru, why are you asking me to get rid of all my past from my mind? Not all my pasts are bad. A lot of my past experiences are good. Right? So what is wrong? So the Guru says, not necessary that all your pasts are bad. That is not the reason why I am asking you to be free from the past memories mentally. I am saying that because they are simply past. Means they are dead. Right? When somebody dies, however close they may be, you're not going to be hugging the dead body and living with it forever. You understand? So these are dead and gone. Similarly, future is yet to be born. Why be stuck with it? The essential is now. In fact, in Tattvabodha we studied karma in detail in the last portion of the Tattvabodha. What is the reason we study karma? To make us channelize our energy in the present. Because prarabdha karma is what? Law of prarabdha is what? You are a product of the past. But the continuation of it is law of karma. What is that? You are the product of the past and producer of the future. So, being the product of the past, there is no point sitting and being unnecessarily worried about what happened in the past. Rather, whatever you can learn from the past in the present, which is essential. You learn and put in effort in the present, which is essential. And keep moving, which is essential. Same thing applies to the future. Rather than sitting and being unnecessarily be anxious about future, right? Learn from the past in the present. Start planning for the future in the present. And start acting in the present towards that direction, which is essential. So when we understand the scriptures, it will make us move from the non-essential to the essential. So that is why I said you must do the exercise of non-essential versus essential in every aspect of life. What is non-essential? What is essential at the material level? What is non-essential and essential at the physical level? Right? What is essential, non-essential at the emotional level? Same thing at the intellectual level and at the spiritual level. Then what happens is there is very little or no wastage of energy. Are you with me? So you can actually understand time management from Bhaja Govindam. Bhaja Govindam is nothing but time management from a different angle if you see. Right? Especially at the age of 80. Pata nahi kab chalega. Right? Already 80 ho gaya. Now you are wasting your time. At least now you understand. So that's the wake-up call. So Bhaja Govindam is a wake-up call, which is also called as, like I said, Moha Madgara. Moha Madgara is another name of Bhaja Govindam. Madgara means hammering, So Moha Madgara means hammering the delusion. The delusion is what? Though we all internally know that our life is limited here. Right? But the delusion is in such a way that we all take it for granted as if we are going to live forever. So that's why we take things very easy, keep on postponing, procrastinating, isn't it? That is the delusion. Usko hammer karna. Hatana. That's what Bhaja Govindam does. It hammers the truth into you. Because there is no time. So that's why Bhaja Govindam talks in this language. Which I gave the example if you remember. When somebody is sleeping in a house which is on fire, you will not go and talk to them in a very soft and cultured way to wake them up. You will say, you idiot, you get up. You will pour some water on them or something. I don't know what all you will do. Because it's emergency. So that's what he's saying. We are all cooling off very casually in life. Bhaja Govindam comes to us and wakes us up. So the first verse is a chorus. Next 12 verse is attributed to Adi Shankara. And then 14 shlokas after that is attributed to each of the Sishyas, 14 Sishyas. And then the last 4 shlokas, again Adi Shankara giving the summary and blessing the students to wake up and go towards the path. This is Bhaja Govindam. So, Bhaja Govindam, Bhagavad Gita, all are like flowers. We talk about adhikaris. Adhikaris means qualified students. Shrota. Right? Different types of shrotas are there. Some people are very low level. Right? Some people are mediocre. Some people are high. So you can from a distance admire the flower. Oh, what a beautiful flower it is. Amazing, superb. And then move away. That is one set of students. Other set of students are like people who go closer to the flower. Smell it. Nice, soft, beautiful. I wonder how this flower came, from where it came. I wish I had it. And then they go away. There are very few who are like bee, which enters the flower, drinks the honey. Are you with me? So, Bhaja Govindam, Atma Bodha, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, Brahma Sutra, Ashtavakra Gita, जो भी scriptures होता है, that will benefit you when you become the bee. In fact, a lot of people say, we seem to be learning more when we are doing it the second time.
Yes.
When you are doing third time, you are learning more. It is not like you are learning more. The scripture is giving already. Now what has happened is you become deep. पहला दूर से देखा, अभी थोड़ा पास चले गया, बाद में अंदर ही जाता है. अंदर जाके you will become one with it. You understand? So therefore, जितना अपने आप को आप दे सकते उतना स्क्रिप्चर्स भी आपको देंगे. समझ रहे ना? How much you are able to give yourself to the scriptures, that much the scriptures will also give you. That is why we say you have to keep on doing sadhana and becoming subtler and subtler. Then the scriptures will reflect more and more into you. You remember that story which Swami Ramtirtha gives?
Guruji, not sadhana, tapasya.
All same. Sadhana, tapas, everything in different contexts. Tapas is what?
Discipline.
Correct. For consciously denying yourself from this to develop the inner strength.
Yeah.
That is tapas. Tapas is part of sadhana.
Yes.
You can also call everything as tapas. Okay, but part of sadhana. Dinachara. You can use the word dinachara. Dinachara means daily schedule. You understand? All this is sadhana. Right? Sadhana means what? Effort. Isn't it? Sadhak, you are the sadhak. Sadhana, sadhya means the, what do you call the goal. You understand? So, therefore, you must understand that beautiful story Swami Ramtirtha gives, which I think mentioned in the class also. There were two great painters in a kingdom. And the king wanted to decide which one is the best amongst the two. So you know what he did? He gave them a huge big hall in the palace. And two walls parallel to each other, he gave one each. He told one fellow, you paint here, you paint here. 30 days. Then we'll all come and inspect. Then we will decide. One fellow came every day from early morning till night, he was painting. And he was brilliantly painting. Another fellow didn't turn up only. For almost 28, 29 days, he didn't turn up. Only 2 days left. He comes casually with his emery sheet, sandpaper. And then he smoothens his side of the wall. Starts smoothening. In 2 days, he smoothens it out like a mirror. Right? Or whatever this fellow painted is reflected there. So Swami Ramtirtha says, one is like this, which is going on, studying and gaining more and more information. Right? Dusra kya hai? You keep on doing sadhana. And remove all the dhag. You understand? Fir aap, you will become like a mirror. Then the truth will reflect through you. Are you with me? So therefore, we say you got to do both. Little study sadhana. Little study sadhana. Then, any scripture you take, you will be able to deeply go into it. Are you with me? So, therefore, Bhaja Govindam is something that gives us a direction. So now let's get on to first shloka.
भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति दुष्कृन्करणे.
Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja. He says 3 times. And then he says, Muda Mate. Oh mind, deluded fellow, deluded mind. Muda Mati means thoughts are deluded. Mind is deluded. Muda Mati. Muda means fool, deluded fellow. Now when a master calls anybody fool, he will not use such words unnecessarily. First of all, as you evolve in your life, nothing you will waste. वेस्टेज कम हो जाता है. जब अवेयरनेस इंक्रीज होता है तब आपका वेस्टेज कम हो जाता है ऑटोमेटिकली. सही है क्या नहीं? You know, in my other class, there is this lady who goes for this trekking and all very often. Okay, she's quite fit. She is more than 50, but she's very fit. I don't want to tell you, you'll know. It doesn't matter. Gossiping, she's interested in gossiping. Okay. So, she was saying, somewhere Mongolia, she went with the group. There, they lived in small tents. For the whole day, you are given only 1 mug of water to survive. 1 mug of water. You understand? So when you go for these kind of adventures, it prepares you, makes you very, strong mentally and internally, right? You never know. You can prepare and go. You can go trekking here, there, get ready. But when you go to that particular mountain, on that particular day, kya hoga, kya nahi hoga, you have to take decisions. It makes you strong, you know. You become very alert. You understand? So when you are aware that 1 mug of water is like 5 tanks of water. Even here in Delhi, when they announce, Jal Board announces, today no water. Immediately everybody is so careful in using the water, not wasting. Isn't it? That day you will take bath in a bucket of water. Otherwise, you will say tub. You understand? Pata nahi kya. You understand? So, the moment you become aware, what happens? Wastage kam hota hai. You understand? So, when you have lost your awareness, you become deluded and fool. So, when they see the potential in you to be alert and aware, but you are losing your potential, then the Guru addresses you and says, fool. You understand? Recently, in the last test match, I don't know whether you watch cricket, last test match, again, India versus England is going on now. Shubman Gill is a very good, promising young player who's playing for India now. He was on 91, right? And the other opponent fellow is only a night watchman, meaning he's a bowler basically. During the evening, last 1 hour, suppose somebody gets out, they don't want to send the main batsman. So they send the night watchman. Okay types batting, you know. Even if he gets out, it's okay. They tell him, Arey, just manage the last 1 hour. That was his role. So he came, managed the last 1 hour. Next day he was playing and he hit a shot. He called for a run. Shubman Gill ran. And then the fielder caught the ball. He was throwing. So that night watchman said, go back. This fellow came back, but he got out. On 91. So you'll say, what a fool. What a fool.
Given him the wicket and
What a fool, you'll say. Isn't it? Because he has the potential. When the other fellow, who's very rarely scoring 4 runs, 5 runs like that, if he scores 25 that day, you'll say, excellent. Because he is only capable of scoring 4 or 5. Somehow he managed to score 25. Brilliant, you will say. Whereas this fellow who has the potential to score century when he gets out in 99, it's an idiot, fool. Why? Because there is potential. So when Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya, Guruji, is saying, Muda Mati, oh fool, he wants to tell us that you have the potential. But you are wasting it. So what do you have to do? Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja. I already told you the meaning of the term Bhaja. What did I say? Bhaj means to know. Bhaja means to know, to seek, to worship, to pray. All this is the meaning of bhaja. So, bhaja, seek, know, worship, pray. Whom? Govinda. Go Shabda can be interpreted as earth, can be interpreted as cows, can be interpreted as Vedas. Go शब्द का इतना मीनिंग है और भी होगा. You understand? Now, Govinda means the author of Vedas, the one whom the Vedas talk about. Okay? One about whom the Vedas talk about. You should know that. So, Adi Shankara is telling Jayashri that you should know that, not the one who is tricking. You understand? In short, to put it in a light-hearted way, I said that. You see, we are interested in many things. जो भी दिल्ली में चल रहे मेरे को पता होना चाहिए. We are so interested. You understand? Otherwise, you are living in Sundar Nagar, no? Sundar Nagar में जो भी चलता है, at least that I should know. You understand? I should come to my intelligence. क्या हुआ? You understand? That's why all the serials, what do? They end it in such a way that you will wait for the next day. कुछ नहीं होगा कल. You understand? But they will create that curiosity. So he says, you are seeking all the non-essentials. So seek the truth which is spoken in the Vedas. The Vedas are authored by Bhagavan, and Vedas ultimately talk about Bhagavan, and Vedas ultimately lead you to Bhagavan. You understand? So, the author of the Vedas. Another meaning is the Lord of Earth. Right? Lord of Earth means what? The one who is behind the entire universe. Adhishtanam. What is the Adhishtanam of this entire universe? What is the Adhishtanam of pot?
The potter. The one who makes the pot.
Mud. Mud के बिना pot नहीं हो सकता. Substratum. Adhishtanam. So, Lord of Earth.
What is Adhishtanam?
The substratum. You take away that, there is... now, I am sitting on this sofa, you take away this, then what happens? Like that, thing which is on something. So, mud is the Adhishtanam of pot. Gold is the Adhishtanam of all your ornaments. Like that. Then, Bhaja Govindam. Another meaning of Govindam is Lord of cows. The cowherd boy, Sri Krishna. And what does that cowherd boy, Sri Krishna mean? It means the cows represents the senses. Cows represent the senses. So therefore, Govinda means one who directs the senses, one who enlivens the senses. Our senses by itself cannot see, hear, smell, taste, touch. But when they are connected to the pure consciousness, then they become sentient. So, Govinda. So, जब आप कोई भी देख रहे हैं सेंसेस के द्वारा, आपका पूरा चिंतन कहां हो जाता है? सेंस ऑब्जेक्ट्स के ऊपर हो जाता है. सो ही सेज नहीं, वहां से आपका अटेंशन को निकाल के जो आपका सेंसेस को एनलिवन कर रहे हैं उसके ऊपर ध्यान चलो. समझ रहे ना? दैट्स कॉल्ड भज गोविंदम. So the whole life is what? Mind wants to go extrovertedly. We need to learn to turn it inward. This is the thing. Mind by itself will go there. But you have to make the mind get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. Keep on doing this practice. So when you see these tennis stars like Nadal or Djokovic or Federer, when they play against each other, most of the shots are on the line or very close to the line. Sometimes, he is just hitting it. And tennis courts are big, and it goes to that last line, the ball, and the umpire has said out. So now these fellows can, challenge that, right? They challenge it. And when they challenge, they get some time, right? So they go drink water and casually. And then when they challenge, you see in the camera, the ball is just touching the edge of the line and going. It is impossible that from this distance he could have seen it that way. But what is making him see that, give the confidence to challenge?
He's done it many times also.
Practice.
Practice.
Tiger Woods and all, they are in the range every day, hitting minimum this many numbers of balls. That's why when they go there, if you see some of the magical shots, my God, it's incredible. It's there in the YouTube. Some of you may be playing golf, right? That's why I'm explaining. There's one shot, they call it as the shot of the century or something. The Tiger Woods was leading and the other guy was very close to him. He was under 18 and that fellow was under 16 or 17. It's the last round, last hole. Right? And that fellow has hit the ball on the green. Already. Tiger Woods' ball landed in the sand. Bunker. Bahut dur hai. I think approximately 200 yards, I think. Approximately. From the bunker, that fellow has to hit the ball into the green at least. Right? And there is one huge tall tree in between, and uske baad water body, quite wide. Uske baad green. This fellow, imagine, golf is a beautiful game parallel to your life. Golf and test cricket, 5 days jo khelta hai na, not T20 and all. Test cricket and golf parallel to your life. In golf, 4 fellows tee off together. Like that you are also teeing off together. Now we all have teed off at 11:30 in the class. Right? So we think we are competing with each other. No, I'm competing with myself only. In golf, you are teeing off with others, but you are not competing with anybody. You are competing only with yourself. You understand? Your ball may end up here, that fellow's ball may end up there. Pata nahi. You understand? But kya hota hai? Oh, that fellow's reached already. So then mind starts playing. You understand? So now mind is also playing, and he's such a professional fellow. Tiger Woods, in that particular shot, you must see, he takes his time and then he hits that shot. It lands up on the green. After that he puts it in the hole and then he wins the tournament. It's incredible. How that happens? Practice. They've done practice every day. All kinds of difficult things they've practiced. You understand? Well prepared. After having well prepared and all that, the only challenge that they have is to keep their mind calm on that day. They can execute it 2 million times, but when it is required to execute, you need to keep the mind calm. That he was able to do that day. I don't know whether he will be able to do it every day, but that day he did it. That's why he executed it brilliantly. You understand? So what I'm trying to say is, end of the day, the whole life is what? Mind wants to go elsewhere, but you need to bring it to the essentials, divinity. Seek Govinda, seek the reality. So Govinda means reality. Govinda means truth. Govinda means essential. Govinda means Atma, the self, the author of the Vedas. You understand? Seek the reality, not the non-essentials. What will come with you? See, as Vedanta students, now we just studied Tattvabodha. If you studied Tattvabodha, what is going to travel with you forever? Always?
Your knowledge, your spiritual evolution.
Your vasanas, your tamas, rajas, sattva. Your karma. If nothing else is going to come with you. Like Swamiji, Guruji says, you ask your wife, darling, you love me so much. Will you come with me when I die? She'll say, I'll think about it. Why should she come? Same thing, the husband also, if you ask, he'll say, I'll think about it here. You understand? The only thing that will come with you is sattva, rajas, tamas. So jitna tamas kam kar raha hai, jitna rajas kam kar raha hai, jitna sattva increase kar raha hai, is good for you. So therefore the goal of life is to reduce tamas and rajas and increase sattva and go beyond sattva. Because when you bring yourself to 100% sattva, sattva by itself cannot stay. Therefore you will cross sattva and you will become realized. So therefore, do whatever. But you should understand, I am not going to compromise on my principle, my purpose, and then do that. You get it? So when you get this idea, that's what he's saying. Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja. And 3 times he says, why 3 times? For the level of the body, at the level of the body, mind, intellect. At all these 3 levels, you should be seeking the reality. Which means what? Like Jesus Christ says, get thee behind me, Satan, I will have nothing from thy hands. Get thee behind me, Satan, I will have nothing from thy hands. Which means what? Satan is nothing but your own mind. See, desires, in Hinduism they call it as Asura. In Islam they call it as Shaitan. In Buddhism they call it as Mara. In Christianity they call it as Satan. Your own desires are your enemy. So get thee behind me, Satan. I will have nothing from thy hands. Means what? Desire will come and tempt you. Idhar jao, idhar jao. But your intellect will say, goal, focus, udhar jao. But they whom truth and wisdom lead, means what? Those who are able to control this desire and move towards the truth, those whom truth and wisdom lead can gather honey from a weed. Pineapple in the bee poem. Then you can beautifully gather honey from your life, even if it is made of simple things. You will be very happy and successful, and finally you will be achieving many things in life also. Are you with me? So therefore, get thee behind me, Satan. I will have nothing from thy hands. I will only be doing what is to be done with reference to my goal. Is this clear? So therefore, the element of right living, the way to live. What is right living? Right living is having a higher goal in life and then acting in accordance to that goal. Will this take me to the goal? I'll do. Will it not take me to the goal? I won't do. Directly or indirectly, it should be helpful for you to get to the goal. Otherwise, why waste? Are you with me? So that is what he's saying. Bhaja Govindam at the physical level. Bhaja Govindam at the emotional level. Bhaja Govindam at the intellectual level. Mooda Mati. Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja. Samprapte Sannihite Kale. Kala means, who is Kala? Time. Time means Yamadharma. He doesn't wait for anybody. You understand? So, Samprapte Sannihite Kale. Sannidhi means very close, in front of you. There's a very nice song by Saint Tyagaraja. Saint Tyagaraja was in Tamil Nadu, in Tiruvayur. He is one of the great saints who sung a lot of songs on Bhagwan. And the story says, he actually had darshan of Sri Rama, Sita, Hanumanji and Lakshman. Story says so. And in one of the songs he says, Iti chala sukama, Ramudi sannidhi seva sukama. Iti chala sukama means, is this very blissful? Or Ramuni means Lord Rama's Sannidhi, facing him is Sukham. What is Sukham? He's asking, So therefore, he says, Samprapte Sannihite. Means jab time confronts you. Means Yama confronts you. Ultimate death confronts you. That doesn't wait for anybody. When death confronts you, you are having pebble, marble, all a little gravel, sand with you. What will Emma say? You are going to the American shop in America with Indian rupees. You say, get lost. If you are in American shop in America, you need to have dollars. So, samprapte sannihite kale, when the appointed time comes, nahi rakshati. This will not protect you. This will not save you. What will not save you? Dukrin karane, dukrin karane, dukrin karane. He is going on repeating. Dukrin karane, dukrin karane, dukrin karane, dukrin karane, dukrin karane. Dukrin karane. Dukrin is the dhatu part, root, which means karane, means doing. Action, doing. Dukrin karane, dukrin karane, dukrin karane. You understand? It's like Anandam, bliss. Anandam, bliss. Ananda means bliss, no? So you are trying to understand that, memorize. Ananda bliss, Ananda bliss, Ananda bliss, Ananda bliss. It's like children memorize, Like that you are also, that follow, dukrin karane, dukrin karane, dukrin karane. Like in Sanskrit, Rama, Rama, Rama. Go on memorizing, Like that is memorizing. Dukrin karane, dukrin karane. Dukrin means doing, karane. So he's memorizing. So Adi Shankara is saying his fellow is wasting time. Dukrin karne, in memorizing the grammar rules, which is not going to help him at the time of death. When the appointed time means what? Death only. Right? Crucial time. This is not going to help you. All these things that you are collecting. Are you with me? Samprapte sannihite kale nahi rakshati dukrin karane. So all the things that you've been collecting all this while, you must ask yourself, is this going to help me? Nothing. You ask yourself what all you have collected. What are your collections? मैंने Thailand गया, ये पिकअप कर लिया. Next week I'm going to Cambodia. Please pick this up for me also. You understand? So, nothing wrong. Pick up. But, yeah, that is why Adi Shankara is talking for all of us through that old man. Right? So, whether that old man learnt or not, we should learn. Na? So he says, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja. Mudamati, O foolish mind, samprapte sannihite kale. Nahi rakshati dukrin karane. Seek the self, O foolish mind, at the destined time, mundane activity never indeed would save you. What he's trying to say is, see, please understand this, the only thing that will give us liberation is moksha. Is knowledge. Liberation is moksha. The only thing that will give us moksha is knowledge. You've studied Atma Bodha, you said. Right? In the Atma Bodha, in the beginning, these slokas are there. This sloka especially is there. Pakasya vanni vajnanam vina moksho na siddhyate. In the academy, every day morning 4 o'clock we chant. Right? First the invocation of Atma Bodha and then 2 slokas. So, Pakasya vanni vajnanam vina moksho na siddhyate. What does it mean? Pakasya, vanni means fire. For cooking, pakasya, for cooking, fire is the direct means. You may buy vegetable from the shop, you may make sure that it's organic, and then you will wash it, you will peel it, you will cut it, you will marinate it. पता नहीं क्या क्या करना पड़ता है. सारा करने के बाद finally before eating you cook it. So he says सब कुछ आप करेंगे लेकिन finally what is the ultimate thing? Cooking. So pakasya vanni vajnanam, like that jnanam vina, jnanam vina moksho na siddhyate. Vina moksho na siddhyate. Without knowledge there is no way you can liberate. So what is liberation? What is moksha? In Upanishad, in one Upanishad, they beautifully say, it is, in one word he says what is bondage, in one word he says what is liberation. One word is, bondage is mameti. Liberation is nirmameti. Mameti means mama iti. This is mine. This minus, minus, the I-ness is bondage. Liberation is nirmameti. Nirmama iti. I am not this. This is not mine. You understand? You may say, I am not this body. But you may say, this body is mine. Both has to go. When both goes, then you are liberated. Free. That can only go when you gain the knowledge of the self. By knowing the knowledge of the true I, this false notion of the I goes. Today you have false notion about I. I am Ruchi. I am Sarika. Etc. You understand? These are false notion. That false notion will go when you keep on gaining the knowledge about your true self. Therefore he says, Dukrin Karane. See, you doing action. What you are doing action? अयोध्या में टेम्पल शुरू कर दिया, अभी हम अयोध्या चलेंगे. You understand? तिरुपति बालाजी अभी तक नहीं गया, उधर भी जाएंगे. कैलाश को भी जाके घूम के आएंगे. You understand? ये सब एक्शन है. ये सब एक्शन है. We are not saying we should not do all these things. Please understand. Action सब कुछ कौन सा चीज के अंदर आता है? जैसा आप वेजिटेबल बाई करेंगे, क्लीन करेंगे, कट करेंगे, सोक करेंगे, मैरिनेट करेंगे, उसमें आएंगे. ये सब क्या करेंगे? आपका चित्त को शुद्ध करेंगे. चित्त शुद्धि और चित्त एकाग्रता के लिए. We are planning to do the retreat on Vishnu Sahasranamam. That Vishnu Sahasranamam, what will it do? In Vishnu Sahasranamam, we are planning to achieve what? Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Ekagrata, and then when we start reading the word meaning of 1,000 names, there is Jnanam also. So Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Ekagrata ke baad Jnana. So Chitta Shuddhi and Chitta Ekagrata is what? Buying the vegetable, cutting it, peeling it, cutting it. ये सब उसमें होता है. Action is the purification purpose के लिए. कर्मा किस चीज के लिए करना पड़ता है? प्यूरिफिकेशन पर्पस के लिए. लेकिन कर्मा अपने आप आपको लिबरेशन मोक्ष नहीं दे सकते. सो देयरफॉर व्हेन दिस ओल्ड मैन डुक्रिन करने ही स्टक विथ एक्शन. सो आदि शंकर is saying action can only take you up to a point. ये सब आप 50 से पहले खत्म करना चाहिए. 50 के बाद आपका मन इतना तैयार होना चाहिए कि that you will be focusing more into Gyan. You should have evolved to a state where you will be simple living with high thoughts. But अगर आप life you didn't live properly, then 50 में भी ये अचीव करना, वो अचीव करना, एक्शन करके जाता है. That is what it symbolizes. When that old man is reading grammar means what? Even after becoming 70, you are still running here and there. मैं भगवान से सिर्फ एक ही मांग रहा हूं. What? Somehow I should not die before going to Ayodhya and before going to Mukteshwar. क्योंकि बाकी सब देख लिया. You understand? What Adi Shankara is saying is, he is not saying don't go to Mukteshwar, he is not saying don't go to Ayodhya. But ये सब किस चीज के लिए? प्योर करने के लिए. प्योर करने के बाद भगवान को कहां रियलाइज करेंगे आप? यहां, inside you, as yourself. Otherwise आप घूमता रहता है. You understand? So therefore he says dukrin karne. Nahi rakshati dukrin karne. Action will not save you. Action will give you what? If you do action in karma yoga. Otherwise action will give you
More desires.
Pap punya. Karma will give you karma. But if you do karma as yoga, it will give you chitta shuddhi and chitta ekagrata. Please understand this. Karma will give you karma. Karma, if you do as karma yoga, it will give you chitta shuddhi.
Action gives you action. When you do action, you can either do good action or bad action.
So good action will give you punya, bad action will give you pap.
Yeah.
But Gyan is to be in between. Do action neither for your good desires nor for your selfish desires. Do action for the sake of realization. Now if I do this class, for example, everybody should understand Bhagavad Gita in Delhi. I will see to it that everybody will understand Bhagavad Gita. Then I am doing it with so much of ego. Then this action will give me punya. Okay. No, I will do Bhagavad Gita so that I will become famous. I will earn more money. I will this thing. Then I will gain pap. You understand? Bhagavad Gita I am teaching the same action. Action, if it done in this particular attitude, I will gain pap. Action, if it is done in that other attitude, I will gain punya. Other is, I am doing this action. For what purpose? This is, what do you call, refining myself. I told you, no, before knowledge, before you become Brahma Ved, you have to refine yourself. Once you become Brahma Ved, you still have to continue doing Brahma refinement. For what purpose? To achieve Brahma Varishta status or Brahma Nishta status. Brahma Nishta means established in Brahman. अभी ब्रह्मविद हो गया, आपको पता है, I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am not this intellect, I am आत्मा. आपको पता है ना, इतना साल आप क्लास अटेंड कर रहे हैं, आप सब लोग ब्रह्मविद हो गया, लेकिन ब्रह्म वरिष्ठ नहीं. ब्रह्म वरिष्ठा, ब्रह्मनिष्ठा होने के लिए क्या करना, और कंटिन्यू रिफाइनमेंट करना. तो ये मेरा ऑब्लिगेशन है. सो आई एम डूइंग माई रिफाइनमेंट थ्रू स्टडीज एंड टीचिंग. Now I am not doing everybody must understand Gita. Maybe they will all understand. That's a separate thing. But that's not my primary motive. So बिना motive मेरा सिर्फ आत्म शुद्धि के लिए मैं कर रहा हूँ. You understand? Then I am doing it as a selfless action. फिर same teaching will make me dissolve my desires and realize the self. And realize the self. Otherwise, I will be gaining pap or punya. So action will give you only pap and punya. Pap and punya means what? Punya will take you to heaven. And heaven mein jaake, you will be... See, in heaven, everything is 25 times, 35 times, 2 million times superior quality. If you are having Hagen Das here, let's say it's giving you X amount of pleasure. There it will give you 2000x. When it is giving X amount of pleasure itself, you are not thinking of Bhagwan. 2000x pleasure mein aap Bhagwan ka kabhi chintan kar. You understand? So,
Better to go to hell and remember God.
no, believe me. There is this beautiful story, Jaya Vijaya, the gatekeepers of Lord Vishnu. They were cursed by a Muni because Bhagwan said, I am going to take rest, don't send them in. Anybody comes, don't send him. Muni came, I forget the Muni's name. Muni came, they didn't said. And the Muni cursed them, you will be born in the earth for many janmas. They said, Bhagwan said this or we did this. Bhagwan also came and said, I only told them. So he said, nothing doing. Now I have told. It has to happen. Now, maybe they have a choice. What? Either they can be born as devotees of God for 100 years. 100 janmas. They'll take 100 janma, but as devotees of God. Or 3 janmas only, as deadliest enemies of God. Which one you want? They said 3 janmas. Because their interest is to get back soon. So 3 janmas. What are the 3 janmas? It says, first, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. Right. Then, Ravana, Kumbhakarna. Then, Kamsa and Shishupala. That's what it says. Kamsa and Shishupala. See, why? Because they are constantly thinking about Bhagwan. All the time, Like, supposing you hate somebody very badly, and you don't talk to them at all. You hate them, you don't want to see them. But you are going to a conference and you have a doubt, they may also come. They may also be invited. Instead of concentrating in what is being conducted in the conference, you'll be thinking, I don't want to see that person. All the time thinking about her only. You understand? So, where is your thought? So that is what he's saying. Please focus on what will help you, not these actions. Action has a purpose. उसके बाद knowledge क्यों जाना है? क्यों आप action में stuck हो गया भाई? That's what he's saying. Adi Shankara. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja, Mudamati, Samprapte Sannihite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dukrin Karane. कितने साल इसी चक्कर में आप चलेगी? Same thing. Get up in the morning, run, acquire. More, acquire. Run, acquire. Enjoy, acquire. Run, acquire, enjoy. कितने साल? How long you want to do this? From all these experience, you should have learned something, na? What have you learned?
So the cycle just goes on.
So, he's saying, if you have not learned,
It's endless cycle.
if you have not learned, you have wasted your time. Are you getting it? After so many years also, you have still not learned that which is nectarine in the beginning is poisonous in the end. That which is poisonous in the beginning, nectarine in the end. If you have not learnt it, what is the use? When will you call a person matured? When will you call a person grown up? Whom will you call as grown up?
Who's independent?
Who is independent, correct. Who is become free, who is let go of many things. He is grown up, na? You've got to grow out of it. But you are only growing physically. You've only grown old. You have not grown up. You understand? That is what Adi Shankara is saying. Are grow up, man. Bhaja Govindam is telling, when are you going to grow up, man? When are you even going to understand that? How long you want to keep on playing this children's game? How long you want to continue being childish? Why don't you become childlike? You got to grow from being childish to childlike. Difference क्या? Difference क्या?
Childlike is innocent and childish is not good. It's
Yeah, not good means.
immature. Immature and innocence.
I think I discussed this last week.
Yes.
So one half she quoted innocent.
And childish is being
Full of
immature.
energy also.
Childish is still playing with toys. Only type of toys have changed. Children play with name, fame, power, position, family status, money. Children play with pebble, marble, all that. And they play with that monopoly money, that game, that money. I bought Parel, I bought this thing, Zaveri Bazaar, like that. Now, what are you playing with? The money that is valued by the Indian government. बस फर्क इतना ही है. So you are still continuing to be a childish person. You have not grown out of it because you are still chasing, still craving over the things that are impermanent. Child is all the time effervescing with energy. Why? Child is neither worried about the past nor anxious of the future. And the child is effervescing with energy and child is innocent. Have you seen two children, neighbors, they may fight with each other today. They may come home and say, Katti kar diya maine unko. I will not talk to her. And the parents also get sometimes very hyper. How dare they behave with you like that? And then the parents go and fight with each other. Parents are not talking for the next 20 years. But the children become very close friends. You understand? So they are childlike. You are childish. Childishness is egocentric, egoistic. Childlike is egolessness, innocence. absence of ego. That is childlike. You understand? Being childlike means being in the present, having no ego. So we all have to move to become childlike. Balavat. Mahatma, who is realized, is compared with children. Balavat. We are all called as Balaha, means childish. From Balaha, we have to move to Balavat, to become like children. And children have no desires, no expectations. You understand? So that's why everybody likes children. Everybody wants to play with children. There's no manipulation, there's nothing. You know, adult, you don't know how they will manipulate. Isn't it? Sometimes, supposing you go to an adult and then you lovingly talk something, and that fellow is thinking, Acha, this fellow is in a good mood today, so let me make him do some work. Understand? So like for example, husband is coming home and the wife is saying, darling, you look very tired. You must have had a very tough day today. So he says, yeah, I had a very tough day. Can you make a cup of coffee for me? That means he is using her goodness. You understand? Emotion nicely is using it for himself. Other is, if he is also emotionally mature, what he'll do? He'll say, yeah, I had a tough day, yeah, but what? You must have had a tougher day also, So, I don't know what all challenges you faced. I left it high and dry and went to the office, So, you also look tired. Then, he's emotionally mature. Other fellow is emotionally immature. Immature means using. Emotionally mature means giving. Childlike is giving. Seeing from the other person's point of view. Childish is drawing, taking. And when you are childish, what happens to you? You are mentally disturbed all the time. If you see people disturbed, I don't have time for counseling, so I don't do counseling. Very rarely somebody who's been attending my class for long, if some issue they have, they request, sir, please, then I do. But it's a very time drawing this thing, exercise it is. Very draining actually. Because the same thing the fellow keeps on saying, to make him understand, it's not a joke. And you talk to them, most of the time, what is it? Me, pura me. Only I, me. He didn't respect me, he didn't do this, all the time I am doing, then I do. Unko samajho. Make them understand how much I am doing, how much. Do I not deserve this respect? Do I understand? I. This is childish. Childlike is no I or less I. So when you're childlike, everybody would like to be around you. When you're childish, nobody wants to be around you.
Because I feel that if you find a higher purpose in life, then all this really doesn't matter.
All this means which one you mean?
All these problems.
That's what I'm saying. When you have grown up, you have no time for all this.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will only be thinking of. That's what I'm saying. Mere ko ye kar diya, wo kar diya. You keep moving. So Adi Shankara is saying the same thing. You understand? He's saying from being childish, you got to move to becoming childlike. Move on. Why you want to be stuck? You got to keep moving. See, there's a very interesting quotation by, I think, Einstein only. He says, if you want to keep balance in life, you got to keep moving like riding a bicycle. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep balance, you got to keep moving. You understand? If you get stuck, you lose balance. This is what has happened. We got stuck with this false personality and we are losing the balance. And the false personality is incomplete. And this incomplete personality will not be happy with how much ever you get. So therefore your mind will want to go here, there, everywhere. It will start losing energy. It will not be able to focus.
Guruji, also this what happens that as we go through life, with the false personality, we keep putting sheets of ego on top of it, right? Like for example, I'll say, Sarika did this, it was wrong. I don't think it is right, and I put one ego. Vinati did this, it was wrong, it was not right, one more ego. Like I am right, she's wrong. I am right, she's wrong.
It's
I am
what?
right, she's wrong.
Out of that, what you want? Out of that, what you want is Lakshmi Narayan should come and tell Jash, "Theek hai beta, I understand. Chalo, theek hai." And then I'll have to make you sleep, singing lullaby and cover. This is what is this? Basically, you want to please yourself.
But yeah, but that
You understand?
ego,
This
by
is-
the time you become 40, 50, 60, becomes so strong.
That's what
that
I'm
you
saying.
don't want to give it away because all your life you've spent building that ego.
That's
And
what I'm
now
saying.
You're saying I have to let go of it. What I wasted 20 years of my life, and that is very difficult to accept.
That's
That
the point.
For 20 years of my life, all I did was build this ego, and now I have to give it away.
That's exactly the point. That's exactly how we are all living. So I'm trying to make you understand what Adi Shankara is saying with reference to our life's angle. Then only this Bhaja Govindam is going to be. Otherwise, just generally, if you want to understand, seek Govinda, the 3 levels you seek. Only you have to seek the self. You should not seek. I can talk like that and go. But I'm trying to make you understand. So what is happening? Instead of seeking the reality and evolving, we are devolving, becoming more agitated, more stress and strain, more depressions. What does that mean? It means somewhere down the line, we are making wrong choices in life. So we are therefore having to understand all these higher things and then move on. Keep moving. Then only there will be balance in our life. People say, how to bring balance? What is making you imbalance? Balance is what? See, balance will come when you are focused. Balance will come when you are focused. When you are not focused, you will not get balance. And what is preventing you from focusing? Your mind. What is the nature of the mind? Desires. So mind will go this side, that side, every side. So how to make that mind focused? Through the development of buddhi. Understand? Therefore you will sit and put in effort for that purpose. So therefore he says, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja. If you are not seeking Govinda, then what will you be seeking? The mind. What will the mind want? Completeness. Mind wants to feel complete. So to feel complete, it can ask anything. And whatever it asks, you are running around to get that. So your life starts becoming only a game of fulfilling your desires. That he addresses in the next sloka. Are you with me? Which is the primary motive of many of us in life. What are they? Kanchana, Kamini. Kanchana is acquisition. Kamini is enjoyment. So the whole life is what? To get what the mind wants and make the mind contact it and enjoy. Get what the mind wants, make the mind contact it and enjoy. And as you are doing this game, what happens is the mind is something that is fundamentally not going to become contented till it gets lost in the Atma. Therefore, how much ever you give the mind, it is going to ask for more and more and more. So all your life is consumed by what? Seeking more and more and more of the world. And never be happy at any point in time. And full of regrets. Are you with me? So therefore he says, you must seek Govinda. Should start giving a point of focus in life. For you to make more sense of your life. That's why he says, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja. Samprapte san. Now this Samprapte is what? Appointed time. Do you know when is that? But what do you think?
Endless, immortal.
अभी 50 हुआ और 50 बाकी है और 50 बाकी है. You understand? That is what we think, right? That's what we think.
People are living till 90 now.
So 40 hai, 50 hai, 30 hai. We are thinking like that, no? That is what he is saying. You are still in delusion. You're still in delusion. There are so many examples he'll give. Like, in the Atma Bodha, he gives that example of bubble, no? Like a bubble on the surface of the water. Have you seen? When water collide with each other in the ocean, bubbles come, froth and foam and bubbles. Many bubbles have come together at the same time. Some are big, some are small. But immaterial of their size, some goes fast, some stays for long. And when you are looking at it and you think it's going to stay long, it will go. So you can't tell when your prarabdha will end. We just studied no prarabdha karma. When the prarabdha karma is over, we give up the physical body. But wo kab hai? So then, when you understand this, when the appointed time, that appointed time can be now. Therefore, I become very focused in life. You understand? I think there's a book by a professor who was suffering from terminal cancer.
Like Tuesdays with Modi. Tuesdays with Modi
Is it?
is the name of the book.
Okay. I thought there was another book also. I forgot the name of the book. This name, what is it?
Tuesdays with Modi. So Modi is a professor. And
Okay.
every Tuesday the student went and spent time with him.
Okay. Okay, maybe that's the book. So, when you are told that these are the last few days you have, how will you prepare your life? How will you do what all you will do? You will prioritize, no? That's why if you see, good students study every day. Even the bad students, last minute they will be very serious in studying because abhi time nahi hai. First day, अरे यार एक साल तो है, देख लेंगे. Understand? And then he's enjoying. Suddenly, those fellows are saying, I'm doing the 5th revision. This fellow is not even studied once. Suddenly he gets that, and then middle of the night he'll get up and study. Why? Now he is understanding. Yaar, time bahut kam hai. So he becomes more focused. That's what I mean. Samprapte sannihite kale. So that samprapte sannihite kale you don't know. So don't waste it. Use it properly. That is what Bhaja Govindam is talking about. So Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja. Samprapte sannihite kale nahi rakshati dukrin karane o mooda mati. O fool. Right? So let's chant this sloka once together. Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Moodamate Samprapte Sannihite Kale Nahi Rakshati Dukrin Karane Nahi Rakshati Dukrin Karane. Let's conclude. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Kayena Vacha Manasendriyairva Buddhyatmana va Prakrite Swabhavat Karomi Adhyat Sakalam Parasmai Narayana Yeti Samarpayami.